And so Sexton will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 3. Simons with the screen on Hawkins. Sexton for 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hawkins passes to McCoy. Goes up on the wing. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jones, the pass to Beasley. Beasley with the screen on Hawkins. Sexton for 3, and Klingon pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 3. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anfernee Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
6 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's a 7-point New Orleans lead. Outside, Simons. Jones sets the pick for Simons. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Shea outside. Uncovered. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Jabari Walker's checked in for Malik Beasley. 1:19 left in the first quarter.
Number 34, Jabari Walker.
Outside, Simons. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Klingon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's the drive. Basket good.
How Murphy shoots the ball from behind the arc. These driving lanes from time to time are going to be wide open. That's a nice take by Trey.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Ayton. Ayton sets the pick for Sexton. Connects from three-point range.
Again, more and more of these pick and rolls help Sexton settle into the pace of play.
Shea outside. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Man, finishing it off there. Simons showing great quickness and alertness to get there that time.
Shea outside. And stolen by Sexton. And they're running. The pull-up. With 1 on the clock. And Ayton with the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Kenny Atfield, he's been the guy making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys, the scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break add to your total in a hurry.
Colin Sexton is out there with Anfernee Simons. Then there's Ayton. Then it's Jones. And it's Walker in at the 4 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Back to Simons. All alone. And Bull pulls it down.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Simons puts up a deep three. The shot will not fall. Pelicans leading by 3. Shea dishes the Bol. The shot's good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Spurs was on a mission. He ended up with 43 points, and as usual, he orchestrated the offense with superb passing. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep growing here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Simons with the ball. Out guarded by Shea.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Bol. Inside. Kicks it out to Shea. 5 on the clock. Here's Ingram. Now, here's Bol. Shea outside. Here's Messi. Over Ayton. And off the prior, and in it goes. Messi's got 6 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. We're about halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at Texas, they're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Portland, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by New Orleans.
Koulibaly, bounce pass. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on 8. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Here's Simons. And McCoy pulls it down.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Pass the Bol. Shea kicks the Bol. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And a wide open look for Shea. And the Pelicans miss again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ingram against Sexton. Simons from outside. Messi grabs the rebound.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
Here's McCoy. Good on the three-point shot. McCoy's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Simons surveying the D. But Trey drills the three-pointer. Simons has got 8.
Simons says hello. Great answer.
Shea outside. Pass to Ingram. Ingram off a pick from McCoy. And it's Ingram missing. Trailblazers trail by 8. And stolen by Shea. Wide open. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Three-pointer, Simon. It's rebounded by Coulibaly. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 14-5 run. They set the pick. From the arc. Traps in the tray. Coulibaly's got his second basket of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Shea outside. There's the 3. Ingram outside. From outside, off the mark.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Sexton for 3. Pelicans pull it in. Nisi's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Greg Cowan Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
It's their time in Portland. Here are your Blazers.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Fox, he's checked in for Jabari Walker. Avdia comes in for Herbert Jones. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simons. Clingan, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Williamson comes in for Bol Bol. Ayton, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Ayton showing he can be a problem on other spots on the floor, not just the post.
Pass to Clingan. And here's Shea. Now Coulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. Second chance shot. And there's a nice layup by Clingan. Clingan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Now Beasley. Fox finds Beasley. Shot, high post. Good on the jump shot.
A feeling that Beasley's role out there is to score. He did it that time.
Pelicans leading by 12. McCoy passes to Ingram to the inside. Here's Coulibaly.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Avdia against Ingram. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Really good work on the interior. Avdia forcing the D to compromise.
The Trailblazers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. He misses the free throw.
Deni Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. And this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
Walker's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. New Orleans also making some changes. Trey Murphy comes in for Ingram, and Hawkins subbed in for Coulibaly. Good on the second free throw. New Orleans leading by 13. Now Hawkins, 17 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Shea inside. Henderson defending. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Off target with his three. It's Beasley on the wing. He's covered by Hawkins. Beasley kicks to Apia. Misses the three. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Walker against Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
And we could get used to seeing a lot of highlights just like that. Zion's power and body control leading the points.
It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
Beasley outside. Clingan with the steal. To the left wing. Shea outside. Lets it go from deep. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Here's Henderson. Last game out, he had 14. It's good.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 16-7 run. Shea, right side. And Shea throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
2 minutes.
Henderson outside. Drills it from outside. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Shea outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCoy's got 23 points.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Henderson outside. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Shea outside. Crosses over. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Scoot Henderson. Pelicans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And both free throws good for Shea. Trailblazers trail by 18. Henderson kicks to Walker. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Walker a screen. Beasley for 3, and Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's McCoy missing. And so it's Abdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. No good from Beasley.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shea outside. Williamson against Henderson. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Shea. McCoy's got his 8th assist here tonight. Beasley with it. Walker is screen on Hawkins. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's New Orleans closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
It's like Vegas. What you do there stays there.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Trailblazers.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
So for New Orleans right now, lob it forward, Ingram and Williamson. Coulibaly is out there with Shea. And it's Clingan in at the 5 down low. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Henderson kicks to Beasley. Fox a screen on Williamson. Walker's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Ingram passes to McCoy. Back to Ingram. Front pass the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
He's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Down low, here's Fox. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Clingan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Driving in. Back to Shea. Clingan the screen for Shea. Williamson outside. Stolen by Avdia. Anderson with it. Out guarded by Ingram. Fox. No good there. Good D by Williamson. New Orleans leading by 22. Ingram kicks to Shea. Pass to Clingan. Shot clock at 6. Over Fox. Offensive rebound. On the wing, Coulibaly. Covered by Beasley. Snatched up. Shea sends a screen for Williamson. Here's McCoy. Here's Clingan. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Outside, Avdia. Walker is screen on Ingram. Ingram against Avdia. For 3, Henderson hits the 3-point bomb. Henderson's got 12.
finally they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Pass to Koulibaly. There's a screen to the paint. And it's Clingan with the jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Walker is screen on Ingram. Here's Avdia. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A willingness to play physical. Avdia not holding back.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. New Orleans making a switch here.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Avdia. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Beasley outside. A pass to Fox. Outside, Walker from downtown. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Messi. Shea outside. Koulibaly with it. Shoots over Avdia. And it's Fox with the rebound. Henderson outside. A pass to Fox. Over Williamson. Kicks it out to Beasley. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. For 3, Henderson. Portland no good that time either. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's McCoy. And he has 28 points for the game. Now Koulibaly. And here is Williamson. Guarded by Walker. Shoots from 8. Williamson with the bucket. Williamson's got 12.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Avdia dishes to Walker. Outside, Avdia. Back to Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Pass to Messi. Shoots over Walker. Messi's shot is good. Messi's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Henderson passes to Beasley. Avdia on the wing. Outside, Walker. For 3, Beasley kept alive. Fox a screen on Ingram. And the foul called on Shea. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for New Orleans.
Substitution on the court.
Let's close this one out. Stay smart.
Here's Henderson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency.
We've got Avdia back around there with Fox. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Henderson in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And here's Portland. It's been 8 unanswered points for him, and the foul called on Shea. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Shea outside. Shoots. Clock at 6. Over to the left wing. Trains the three-pointer.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Anderson looking it over. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely...
Way to bring the effort tonight. Good job, MP. I see.